students, welcome to Bosco Conversation YouTube channel of Kottayam Don Bosco College. I am Raniyar, faculty member of PG Department of English. In this series, we are discussing the paper European Fiction, which is the elective paper for MA English Language and Literature students under Kerala University. In today's class, we are discussing the third module of the paper European Fiction. Actually, in this module, we are discussing short stories and novels, and today we are discussing the short stories. So let me begin with an introduction of short stories. Actually, the short stories during the time of modern age. So as you know, short stories are the ancient of all literary forms. This term short story covers everything from the fable, folktale, fairy tale, and even the German novella. So it is a brief prose fiction. Short stories are fictional. It has various narrative techniques. Then, the speciality of short story is, it is an unelaborated narrative of a single incident. So it organizes the action, thought, dialogue of characters and their artful patterns of a plot. The plot may be comic, tragic, romantic or satiric. And the content of modern short stories, it usually revolves around certain themes like sexuality, freedom, then force from the confines of Victorian morality and sensuous desire. And these modern short stories concern epistemological crisis, the death of the old and the birth of the new, over sexuality and symbolism. So usually the narration of short story, it is by an omniscient narrator, but there is a change in this mode. And the very famous modern short story writers are Edgar Allan Poe, O. Henry, Anton Chekhov, Nathaniel Hawthorne, Henry James, Joseph Conrad, Mary Doyle, Maupassant, D.H. Lawrence, Virginia Woolf, Rudyard Kipling, O.N. Pamuk, etc. So now let's check. So in this syllabus, two short stories are provided for your study in the third module. The first one is distant relations and the second one is the chair. So let me begin with the first short story, that is Distant Relations by O.N. Pamuk. Before going deep into the short story, let's have a look at the writer of it. O.N. Pamuk, he was the first Turkish Nobel laureate and he was best known for his works that probe Turkish identity and history. Okay, so he was the Nobel laureate of 2006. Many of his novels, often autobiographical and that intricately plotted, show an understanding of traditional Turkish Islamic culture. So simply we can say that most of his works reflect the traditional Turkish Islamic culture. Through his writing, he drew criticism for advocating his country's integration into Europe and its accession to the European Union. O.N. Pamuk's first novel was Sevde Bey and His Sons. It was a sweeping history of an Istanbul family during and after the establishment of the Turkish Republic. His famous novels are Silent House, The White Castle, The Black Book, My Name is Red, Snow, Museum of Innocence, etc. Distant Relations is a chapter from Pamuk's novel The Museum of Innocence, which was published in the year 2008. It was the seventh novel of O.N. Pamuk. It was an enchanting and mesmerizing tale of romantic obsession. So, this short story is set in Istanbul in between 1975 and 1985. This short story was first appeared in a magazine named The New Yorker on September 7, 2009. So, the novel was published in the year 2008, but the short story appeared in a magazine for the first time. That magazine was The New Yorker. It was on September 7, 2009. So, there are mainly three characters in this short story: Kemal, Sibel and Fuzun. Kemal was a 30-year-old bachelor. He was engaged to Sibel. Both these people belongs to upper-class Muslim family. Kemal was American educated, ex-military man. He was an urban and sophisticated. Likewise, Sibel, as I mentioned, she is the would-be of Kemal. She also belongs to high-class Muslim family. Another important character is Fuzun. Fuzun is an 18-year-old beautiful but poor girl, and the main thing is she is the distant relative of Kemal. Okay, so these are the three major characters in the short story, distant relations. Now, let's check the summary of the short story. As I mentioned, this short story takes place in Istanbul and it is narrated by the main character named Kemal. He is a 30-year-old bachelor and engaged to a woman named Sibel. Both these characters are of same class, urban, educated and sophisticated. American educated ex-military man was Kemal. He lives with his parents, pursuing to undertake his father's business. He was an ex-military man. Now he stays with his parents. He is pursuing to undertake his father's business. So, then the story opens. The story opens with the narration of Kemal and Sibel's romantic evening walk. So this Kemal and Sibel was on an evening. This Kemal and Sibel was going for an evening walk. At that street, Sibel spotted a purse designed by Jenny Colin in one of the shops of that street. So she demands to buy that thing. So for giving a surprise to her, later, Kemal goes into the shop the very next day to buy that particular handbag for Sibel. There, he encounters with an 18-year-old girl named Fuzun. Then he realized that she is the poor distant relation of him. So by thinking this, he either because of this romantic obsession or because of this erotic obsession, he is immediately attracted to her, and at that time he tried to hug her. So this incident made him really shameful. Anyway, after buying that particular bag, he leave the shop. Later, when he gave this particular bag to Sibel, Kemal and Sibel find out the handbag is a replica of original, and so he returns this to shop to make a refund for cheating. As he meet Fuzun for the second time for this purpose, she got wounded her pride and started crying. So Fuzun was only a sales staff of that particular shop. So when Kemal went to the shop for the second time in order to make a refund for cheating, because of this incident, Fuzun got wounded her pride and she started crying. So this made him stressed. He consoled her and told to borrow the money at an empty apartment of his mother. So the story ends with Kemal's mother pressing the key to the apartment in his hand. Okay, so when Fuzun started crying, this made Kemal stressed. So he consoled her, but he says to her to bring that money at an empty apartment of his mother. So later, when he went back to his house, at that time from his mother he took the key. At that time, what happened? The story ends with Kemal's mother pressing the key to the apartment in his hand. So the mother gave the key of that apartment to his hand and giving him a look like the one she gave him as a child. So she scornfully looked at him and warning him that life held unsuspected dangers that were far deeper and more treacherous than, for instance, failing to take proper care of a key. So, like a mother warning his son about life, she tried to warn her son. So, this is the end of the short story. But actually, as I mentioned, this short story is only a chapter from the novel, The Museum of Innocence. So the continuation of the story is in that novel. As per that novel, Kemal takes Fuzun's virginity and begins an affair with her. But later, both Fuzun and Sibel find their own partners other than Kemal. So Kemal didn't get both either Fuzun or Sibel. So Fuzun married off with another man, and Sibel also married off with another man, and this Kemal became more and more obsessed with Fuzun, and he started stealing Fuzun's bits of jewelry, underwears, cigarettes, but etc., and made the so-called Museum of Innocence. So his love for Fuzun was unconditional, and by taking all these things, the jewelry, underwears, and cigarette butts, he made a museum. So Museum of Innocence. So that is the relevance of the title of the novel, Museum of Innocence. So this particular short story is only a chapter from that particular novel. When we analyze the short story critically, we can see a number of modern themes and elements. So first one is Kemal's struggle for identity. Kemal, who is the narrator of the story, even though he is a wealthy man, this fact, Kemal's wealth, still he is struggling with his own character. So on the one hand, he wants to act and be like a wealthy man, buying expensive purse for his girlfriend. But on the other hand, he finds it out after he meets his poor family relation, that is Fuzun. He feels a connection to the people from lower strata of the society. So poor versus wealthy norms and values. And in Kemal's norms and values are more familiar with the working girl than his soon-to-be wife. Kemal seems to be striding two worlds, like the most noble bourgeoisie, one universe in which he strains to be part of and the other in which he feels more comfortable, but which reveal his more humble origins. So even though he belongs to a wealthy family, sometimes he feels it is very comfortable to be part of a lower class family. So the element of or the sense of belonging to lower class is still in the mind of this Kemal. So he is struggling for his identity. Another thing is the norms of Muslim religion and culture in Turkey. So besides the poor versus wealthy norms, we can see that the values in this short stories, this deals with the general norms of Muslim religion and culture in Turkey. For Turkish Muslim women, losing virginity before marriage is a sinful act. But Sibel and Kemal have sex at his office. If you are going through this particular short story, you can see that before marriage, Sibel and Kemal have sex within their office. So this shows Sibel's modern outlook and breaking this taboo. But here, Kemal's mother is also dealing with the traditional norms of Muslim culture. She's telling about Fuzun and her family and emphasizes how wrong is that Fuzun has entered a beauty contest and that her mom Nisib in fact encouraged her to do it. So unlike Sibel, Kemal's mother has more quiet traditional outlook to Muslim culture. So traditional outlook to Muslim culture. So these two guys, Kemal and Sibel, they belongs to upper class family. But Fuzun and her mother Nisib, they belongs to lower class family. In one of the incident we can spot out is Sibel have sex with Kemal before the marriage. So she's trying to break the taboo. But on the other hand, Kemal's mother, she belongs to a higher class family. But in one of the incidents, Kemal's mother dealing with the traditional norms of Muslim culture. She's telling about Fuzun and her family and emphasizing how wrong is that. Fuzun and her mother is wrong because it is Fuzun's mother compelling her to take part in a fashion show. So that is the thing. So that is the explanation for the point, traditional outlook to Muslim culture. Okay, then unlike Sibel, Kemal's mother has more quiet traditional outlook to Muslim culture. Another thing is, in this particular short story, yellow, the color yellow is presented as an image of freedom and shame. So Orhan Pamuk uses the color yellow as an image in the short story, and this color yellow suggests freedom. Fuzun belongs to working class and she enjoys that freedom. So yellow, the image of yellow, it represents freedom. And at the same time, yellow is also the image of Kemal's shame and guilt of the incident at that shop. So as I mentioned, on the very first sight itself, he fell in love with her. At that time, he hugged her. So here yellow is taken as an image of shame and guilt of the incident that happened in the shop. So it symbolizes Fuzun. So naturally, since yellow symbolizes the shame and guilt, naturally it symbolizes Fuzun. So in this short story, yellow and shame became linked by the color, by yellow items. So Fuzun's yellow skirt is symbolic. Another thing is division between upper class and lower class. So Kemal here is a representative of a newly bourgeois society, and he is sensitive to the scene as upper class. He thinks he is still under the cage of slavery, and that is why he had chosen freedom to have an affair with Fuzun. So here Kemal is wrestling with his vision of himself as a decent and responsible person. His yearning towards a more modern, uninhibited sexual freedom is beautifully narrated by Orhan Pamuk through this particular short story. So, as I mentioned, this particular short story, it is a postmodern narrative, and we can see effective characterization in this particular short story. So, this story highlights both the social norms and the norms of behavior. The writer's effective characterization enhances the beauty of its narration. So, through his well-knitted characterization, he evidently lined the division between the upper class and working class. And another important thing is, it is a story of manners about Turkish bourgeois. So, here the family represented through the short story is of Kemal. So, it is a typical example of the manners of Turkish bourgeois. Then, the writer tried to make a bridge between passionate civilizations of East and West. So this short story, a distant relation, it is a short story of manners about Turkish bourgeois, and through his writings, Pamuk tried to make a bridge between passionate civilizations of East and West. And this reveals his affection for the Turkishness and his country's struggle with modernity. So naturally, it is a story of romantic or erotic obsession, and it is a postmodern narrative. So my dear students, so here I am concluding. I hope you understood the short story. Please do the homework and send back to me. Thank you. Have a nice time.